Okay guys, welcome to another episode of Bad Lighting with Yeehaw Vibes. In case you haven't noticed, I've changed my channel name from Yeehaw Vibes to Yeehaw Vibes and DIYs, which I think is even more stupid and I regret it. Why do I call my channel Yeehaw Vibes in the first place? Well, the first time I was editing my videos, I thought I sounded like Mater and the name just stuck. Let me start off by saying this video isn't going to be one of those thrift flips when someone just crops a sweater and leaves the hem raw. No, I wouldn't do that to you guys. Plus, I don't really like crop tops either. A little bit too mainstream for me. Also, this video is going to be kind of all over the place because I'm doing a thrift flip and a thrift haul, and I'm going to be sewing some pieces from scratch. I have 20 subscribers. What kind of content are you expecting? Okay, so I was filming on the floor so you'd have a better idea and could see my stuff easier, but my back started hurting, so you can just see all the stuff right here. When I was in the store, I was looking for pieces that were my aesthetic, but I didn't really know what my aesthetic was, so I texted my friends, and they told me my aesthetic was modest grunge. And I feel like that's a pretty accurate description. So I was going around the thrift store looking for things that would be kind of grunge, but not really too revealing, not really like how you see modern grunge, but more like the actual 90s, just kind of inspired off of that because I wasn't alive in the 90s and I'm just Googling this stuff and I'm pretty sure grunge kind of died before Google was invented. So let's start off with this piece I found. I felt like this looked kind of Kurt Cobain-y, you know? He wore a sweater once. This striped shirt I got, I feel like, you know, NBA players, they kind of wear those weird outfits when they're walking to the locker room. If refs did that, they would wear this. Okay, honestly, how did grunge become fashion though? Like, people will wear something like this and say it's grunge. Like, when I think grunge, I think like, you know, grunge, you know, just wearing whatever you want to and it being super trashy. I can see how some outfits people wear are kind of a modern grunge, but don't tell me wearing ripped skinny jeans and a band t-shirt of a band you've never heard of is grunge. So I do listen to some grunge, but not a lot, so that's really why I don't wear grunge band tees. I do listen to more of an alt-rock like Switchfoot, you know, I own a couple of their t-shirts. And you may wonder why I kind of dress more of a grunge style if I don't really listen to the music that much. Well, true grunge is kind of not an aesthetic, it's more anti-aesthetic, just wearing whatever you want to, really trashy. Like, I can just wear my hair super greasy and be like, you know what, I'm just fitting the grunge look today. My outfit doesn't match? Well, this is just grunge. When I was at the thrift store, I saw a bunch of cute pastel cardigans that I could have got, but like, ew, gross, who wants to wear fun colors? I only wear muted black and blue. I just kind of like the blue color, you know, sort of calling me, and this kind of, like if a clown was grunge, you know? Okay, and this is the last thing I got from the thrift store. I can't really tell. I think this pattern is called Argyle or something. It's basically just a No Giants Men t-shirt. Who could have expected that? But it's just so comfy, and I just really like the collar. I decided to get a bunch of collared shirts, and the little cuffs. It's just really comfy, and I felt like it's kind of grunge, but also kind of be fall. So this is a men's XL. This shirt was a men's 2XL, and this was a 2XL. And the guy at the thrift store looked at me and kind of was like, oh yeah, I see you've got a bunch of men's shirts. What are you gonna do with them? And I just looked at him like, because I had no idea, and I still have no idea. Is any of this even grunge? Like, I don't know. I wasn't alive for any of this. I've heard some people call these like dad shirts, and like, what do y'all's dads dress like? My dad would never wear this. So that was all the stuff I got from the thrift store, but that's not the only thing I'm gonna be flipping. So my grandmother got me this dress, and I wanted some more stuff to upcycle for this video, and I noticed it has a little underskirt underneath of this black stretchy fabric. I feel like I can cut this underskirt off and make a second dress out of this, so I'm gonna try and do that. My grandmother also got me this flowery shirt, and I'm not gonna do anything to this because I like how it is, but she got me this shirt because she saw my cottagecore video and noticed I didn't have any shirts with flowers on it, so she bought me this, and that's the nicest thing that's happened to me in 2020. So can I get a thank you, Grandma, in the chat? I also got some records from the thrift store. I got all these for only $2. I don't know if these records are vinyls. I'm not I'm not sure what they're called. I wasn't born for this either. I plan to paint some of these and hang them up on my wall. I seriously got all these records for only $2, so this thrift store was really good. And the last thing I want to be upcycling is this t-shirt that I tried to tie-dye. The t-shirt honestly looks okay. I kind of like the cool tie-dye pattern, but I tried to do one of those DIY iron-on patches and it didn't work, and it just left this gross residue on it. So I'm gonna see if I can cover that up somehow. And stay tuned, guys. Later in this video, I'm gonna show you how to style all these. Or how I style them, because they'll probably look pretty ugly. Let's go see what we're gonna do. Okay, so these 3 shirts I got from the thrift store, I tried them on and I really like the way they fit, so I'm not gonna do anything to them, and now we're just gonna focus on the next thrift flips. Alright, let's get to work on this dress. Now I'm just cutting the underskirt off of the dress. Also, I know I haven't done a college video in a while, but I did not drop out. If you want a little update, here's a picture of me dressed as a shepherd going to take my final. For my next project, I'm sewing a tube top out of some leftover fabric from an old t-shirt. This in itself is a grunge top because there's so many needles ready to stab you. Well, I still don't wear tube tops, so if anybody's exactly my size and wants this, just let me know. Ugh, my nails. So story time. While I was making this project, I accidentally sat on my pin cushion, and the way it is, upside down, the needles just go straight through, and basically I got 14 holes in my leg, and Google was no help whatsoever. The next project I wanted to sew was this black tank top out of some old stretchy fabric I had. When you try it on, awkwardly measure how long you want your straps to be, just sort of guesstimate. I wanted to make an entire grunge lookbook, and I didn't want to wear the same pair of jeans for every outfit. And I had this perfect pair of jeans that I ripped the holes in myself, and I left those at college. So I guess we'll be sporting the Eddie Vedder shorts look today. So I own this skateboard and I never actually learned how to skateboard. Haha, I'm on a racer scooter. Got you. This doesn't look near as cool, but it's a heck lot safer. Yeah, I don't know how to play this, so, Fun fact, my band director's boyfriend accidentally broke my trombone, and so my band director paid to get it fixed, and the people that fixed it made it worse, so, we both got stiffed on that deal. Reject society. Dress up for Halloween 6 days before. Confuse your classmates and your professors. You know what else is too mainstream? Sleep. Try getting 4 hours a night because you have insomnia. Don't take care of yourself. Now, a lot of these grunge singers did drugs, and you're not allowed to do drugs. If anybody offers you some, just say, no, Yeehaw Vibe said I can't. But if you still want to be grungy and not take care of yourself, I guess you could eat unhealthily. Though most Americans do that anyway, so I guess you can just... I think a major aspect of grunge is not caring about how you look, so... That looks good.